And welcome back to Judgment Day. Me, Matt Rebar, also here with the best, Logan and Raina on the call. And we're here
Hey,
to talk about some Reddit posts, specifically the Am I the Asshole thread, where people write in and basically we get to judge them. Are they the asshole? Are they not the asshole? Does everyone sucks or no assholes here? All right, so shall we jump into a new case?
I'm ready.
Yes.
It's Judgment Day.
By the way, I kind of coined a new name for us. We're the jury. So it sounds a little like fancy, a little judgmental. I don't know. I figured so like the three of us and any guests we have on, we're the jury. So
Jury's ready.
The
all right.
jury is in
Jur?
session.
this
Sounds
jury is ready. All right. Here's the title of this one. Am I the asshole for wanting to keep my bees, even though my neighbor's son is highly allergic to bees? Oh,
Sorry. All right, let's do this.
Someone's been a busy bee on this question. That's a lot of bees in here. Here we go. Let's name her. Ooh, let's get a name. Raina, what's a name that we can name this lady?
Beth.
Ooh, you knew. First of all, the fact that you were like Beth. Improv goddess at work here. I love it.
Beth the beekeeper.
Busy bee Beth. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, beekeeper Beth. She's been keeping bees as a hobby for 6 years now. She has 4 hives in her suburban backyard, along with a large garden. Her hives are properly registered and they are legal to keep in her town as of right now. The problem with Beth is that her new neighbors have asked Beth to get rid of the bees. They purchased the house and moved in over the winter and hadn't noticed the girls until this spring. So apparently, the new neighbor's son, highly allergic to bee stings, he's been hospitalized more than once, has to carry an EpiPen. They asked nicely, but seemed a little upset when I said I don't think I could do that. The neighbors didn't push the issue with me further, but I saw a rant on Nextdoor that I am sure was written about them. Sometime after that, some of the bee hating Nextdoor people went to our town board to try and get beekeeping outlawed in the town. Luckily, didn't pass. And they had mentioned in the minutes that the current beekeepers would have to be grandfathered in if it did. So basically, if even if it had passed, she wouldn't have been affected. It would have just stopped new beehives. So she says, my neighbors and I are on speaking terms. Am I the asshole for wanting to keep doing my hobby? So what do we think?
Logan
Man, I don't even
has
know where to
something
start.
brewing.
I don't even know where to start. It's just like, imagine moving to a new city, and immediately demanding change. Not for things that are affecting a majority of the people, but like just you.
Mhm.
It's like, I really don't like this park next to my house, so I'm gonna try to get it removed. I mean, I totally different allergies, totally respect that, but my immediate thought is, I don't know, like that was there before you guys moved there,
Mhm.
Not that they knew about it when they were moving, but
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. If you're looking for a new house, like, I mean, when I looked for a new house, it was like location and like price. But like, you'd think if they were looking, they're like, well, is there a bee situation? I don't know. Is that like a thought that goes through their minds?
yeah, if he's that allergic,
Like, why you wouldn't want to move into like the honey store, right? Like, that would be.
location, price, lack of bees. Perfect house.
Is there, how are the bees in this neighborhood? Are they volatile or?
There are a lot of bees. Bee to people ratio.
Yeah. Like, I just feel like this is such a miss on their end for not checking about the bees. And then two, what about the realtor? Shouldn't the realtor have been like more aware? Like,
That's what I was going to say. The real asshole is the realtor here.
probably like Shelby, the realtor. She was just like, I just want a quick check, didn't even bother to look.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like, especially during COVID, the house buying panic, I'm sure they probably didn't get their house inspected either. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They like, I wouldn't think to do that. However, if you have an EpiPen, I mean, that's a fatal thing for your child. So
Mhm.
you would think that that would be something they would consider. The
Yeah, kind of a major
nature,
issue.
right? You can't live in certain parts of the city, or
Mhm.
even potentially the country, just because that is a legit risk. That's total oversight on their part.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you just maybe don't think about it. You just don't think that you're looking at houses in suburbia and you're not assuming that there's going to be hives. But I don't know. I just wonder if like that's just oversight on their part. I mean, like
a whole sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead, Raina. I'm just like, like, because this one's tough. This one really is tough. Like, would you get rid of the bees if you were Beth, our beekeeper? Would you get rid of the bees?
I would potentially consider it before the next door post.
Yeah, that adds into it.
Mhm.
Yes,
Sure.
that's a whole nother component to this story.
Well, and going to city council and being like like the South Park rabble, 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 rabble. You know, like that part. Because here's the best part about that whole thing. Even if that bill had passed, she'd be fine.
Yeah.
It just would stop future bees from being brought into the city. So that whole thing seems like a waste of time.
Have you guys seen the TikTokers? They're like the beekeepers, and they literally do beekeeping with no gloves or anything.
Oh my God, yes. And it freaks me out.
So I can imagine that people who take care of bees and deal with bees really enjoy their bees.
Mhm.
So I don't know if I was this woman, or if I was Beth, is that her name? If I was Beth,
Yeah, Busy Bee Beth, yeah.
if I was busy bee Beth, I don't think I would get rid of the bees, because obviously these people have a deep commitment to taking care of
Mhm.
honeybees, bumblebees. I think they're honeybees.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I don't think I would get rid of them,
Mhm.
honestly.
So let's get right to the chase. Is Beth the asshole? Is she not the asshole? No assholes here. Everyone sucks. What do we think?
I'm gonna go with not the asshole.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she's justified in
Mhm.
having, it's like if you had a dog and your next door neighbors were like, hey, our son's allergic to dogs, get rid of your
Mhm.
dog. You know, similar kind of deal. I guess they could have looked to see if honey beekeeping was illegal in the city before they moved. So
Mhm.
yeah, I say not the asshole.
Raina, thoughts?
I would say if she really if she's going to do everything the exact same way, no change whatsoever, I would say like YTA light. Only because
Diet
only
YTA.
right. Like only because,
YTA 0.
just because she's now aware of the potential that
Mhm.
her neighbor could die. I
Mhm.
mean, like that you would be
True.
a little bit of an asshole to not at least make an effort. But it sounds like Beth is a pretty responsible and understanding person.
Mhm.
So I would say NTA, not the asshole, but just be careful, Beth.
Mhm.
BEE careful.
Be careful. I think the original story. So the idea that they moved in, they were like, "Can you stop doing the bees?" And Beth says, "No, I'm doing my bees." That no assholes here. The asshole part is going to next door and city council, clamor, clamor, clamor. That kind of makes them the assholes. But at the end of the day, I kind of get it. You have a young child who's like deathly allergic, it seems, to these bees. That's anxiety for the kid and anxiety for the family. But at the same
Yeah.
point, she's been doing this for looks like 6 years. I mean, this just feels like oversight on them. And maybe this is a lesson that like we should have done our research. We should have looked into this. This is more of a problem. And who knows? So guess what the thread said? The Reddit thread said it was pretty close, but they said she's not the asshole. It was very tough, but they did side with Beth, our beekeeper. I'll read you the top why she's the asshole, according to this one user named Myth Puppy. Ooh. He goes, I understand you love your bees, Beth, but man, that kid's never going to be able to leave his house without fear of hospitalization. And I'd put money on his parents requiring supervision to enter his own backyard. It sucks for him. Also, just because you're legally in the right doesn't mean you're morally in the right. Which I don't know how I feel about the morally thing, but do we want an update? Because Beth gave us an update.
Give it to us, Beth.
Yes.
The bees are staying.
Ooh.
She said, I'm not going to take a financial blow. I've spent thousands on my yard. It provides a nice side income, and I just can't do it. So I guess she makes money off these bees somehow. Beth says she has all her legal ducks in a row. She's carrying the proper insurance. She's following all laws. She said she shouldn't have much to worry about legal issues as long as she continues doing the way she has. I will reach out to my neighbors with an olive branch and some suggestions to keep their kids safe. Many people have asked how I would feel if something happened to their kid, and I would feel bad about it. It would be tragic. Also, my bees have always been legal, permitted, and registered. So, yeah, I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, what if one of her bees and stings that boy? Ooh,
See, any bees could do that.
that's true.
Like,
That's true.
That's something there's so many bees out there that
Mhm.
I don't know.
It's also tough because they're endangered. I mean, you don't really think about that.
Yeah.
Like, we need bees, so it's like,
Yeah, so she's doing her park. And there's like probably like parks and other stuff that kids can go play on.
yeah. Can you just imagine like the neighbors are like outside, like with a sign that says "No bees here," and like a bee literally is like, "Bzz, bzz, oh, can't go here." Turn around,
Sorry.
like. Oh man. Well, I think we made another judgment here with the jury, so that's another episode of Judgment Day. We'll see you next time.
Bye.